The alarm clock blares, its shrill sound piercing the silence of the room. 6 a.m. Another day begins, marked by the first light of dawn seeping through the blinds, casting long shadows on the floor. She doesn't move. Her name is Anna, and she is enveloped in depression's suffocating grip. The ceiling above her is a blank canvas, mirroring the emptiness she feels inside. Each morning, the mere act of existing feels like an insurmountable feat. The weight of her thoughts presses down on her, making it hard to breathe. The world outside her window might be bathed in the soft hues of dawn, but her world is shrouded in a darkness that lingers, no matter how bright the sun shines. The contrast between the vibrant morning and her internal gloom is stark and painful. The day stretches before her, an empty canvas filled with the daunting prospect of simply getting through it. Every minute feels like an hour, every hour like a day. The thought of facing the day with all its demands and expectations is enough to send a fresh wave of exhaustion washing over her. The mental and emotional energy required feels beyond her reach. She knows she should get up, but the weight of her depression pins her to the bed, a heavy invisible force she can't seem to overcome. The struggle is real, and the battle is fought in silence within the confines of her mind. The minutes tick by, each second dragging on, a relentless reminder of the passage of time. 7 a.m. Anna finally summons the energy to sit up. The weight of the night still clings to her, making every movement feel like a monumental effort. Each movement feels like an arduous task, her limbs heavy, her mind shrouded in fog. The simple act of stretching feels like she's lifting the weight of the world. The world seems muted, colors less vibrant, sounds distant and dull. The once bright and lively world now appears in shades of grey, a reflection of her inner turmoil. Even the simple act of swinging her legs over the side of the bed feels like a victory. Each small triumph is a testament to her strength, even if she doesn't feel it. The bathroom mirror reflects a stranger staring back at her. The person she sees is a shadow of who she once was, a stark contrast to the vibrant individual she remembers. Her eyes are dull and lifeless, her hair tangled, her face devoid of its usual animation. The exhaustion etched into her features tells the story of countless battles fought in silence. She barely recognizes herself, the vibrant, hopeful woman she used to be, buried beneath layers of sadness and despair. Memories of happier times feel like they belong to someone else. The reflection only serves to deepen her sense of hopelessness. It's a cruel reminder of the distance between who she is now and who she once was. Getting ready for the day feels more like donning armor for a battle she's not sure she can win. Each piece of clothing is a shield, each step a march into the unknown. Breakfast is a silent affair. The clinking of cutlery against plates is the only sound that fills the room, a stark contrast to the usual morning chatter. The food remains mostly untouched, a testament to the heavy atmosphere that hangs over the table. Anna's husband Mark sits across from her, his brow furrowed with concern. He watches her intently, searching for any sign of the woman he once knew, the woman who used to light up the room with her laughter. He tries to engage her in conversation, asking about her plans for the day, but his words seem to fall on deaf ears. His voice, usually a source of comfort, now seems to be just another noise in the background. Anna responds in monosyllables, her gaze fixed on some invisible point beyond the kitchen window. The world outside seems so far away, almost unreachable, as if it exists in a different reality altogether. Mark reaches out to touch her hand, a gesture meant to convey his love and support, but Anna flinches slightly at his touch. The warmth of his hand feels foreign, almost intrusive, against the cold numbness that envelops her. It's not that she doesn't want his comfort, but the touch feels jarring, a stark contrast to the emotional numbness that has become her constant companion. The disconnect between them grows wider with each passing day. She feels a pang of guilt for her reaction, for the pain she knows she's causing him, but she can't seem to muster the energy to apologize. The weight of her own emotions is too heavy, pulling her deeper into a void she can't escape. The day drags on. Anna goes through the motions of her daily routine, but her heart isn't in it. Work feels like a tedious chore, each task requiring monumental effort. Her colleagues try to be understanding, but their well-intentioned inquiries about her well-being only serve to make her feel more isolated. Yet even amidst the darkness, there are fleeting moments of light. A shared joke with a co-worker elicits a genuine smile, a rare and precious commodity these days. Completing a challenging task brings a sense of accomplishment, however fleeting. These small victories may seem insignificant to an outsider, but to Anna they are lifelines, reminding her that she's still capable of experiencing joy, of achieving something, of feeling alive. Therapy is at 2 p.m. The thought of bearing her soul to Dr. Green, of dissecting the tangled mess of her thoughts and feelings, fills her with a strange mix of dread and anticipation. Dread because it requires revisiting the darkest corners of her mind. Anticipation because it offers a glimmer of hope, a chance to chip away at the walls she's built around herself. Dr. Green listens patiently as Anna speaks, her voice barely a whisper at times, raw with unshed tears. She talks about the crushing fatigue, the pervasive sense of hopelessness, the constant struggle to find a reason to keep going. Dr. Green doesn't offer easy answers or platitudes. Instead, she listens with empathy and validation, creating a safe space for Anna to confront her demons. The walk home from therapy is a battle against her own mind. Doubts and fears swirl within her, whispering insidious lies. "You're weak," they hiss. "You'll never get better. You're a burden to everyone around you." It's exhausting, this constant struggle against her own negative thoughts. But there's another voice too, fainter but persistent, a voice that speaks of hope and resilience. It reminds her of her strength, of the progress she's made, of the love that surrounds her. It's a voice she's learning to listen to amplify, to cling to when the darkness threatens to engulf her. Evening brings a sense of relief, the day's battles fought, the armor of normalcy shed, but it also brings a heightened sense of loneliness. As darkness falls, so too does the mask Anna wears for the outside world, leaving her alone with her raw, unfiltered emotions. She tries to lose herself in a book, in music, in anything that might offer a temporary escape from the relentless grip of her own mind. Sometimes it works, the outside world fading away, replaced by fictional characters and imagined landscapes, but more often than not, the darkness seeps in, a constant reminder of her own struggles. Mark tries his best. He cooks dinner, draws her a bath, puts on her favorite movie. He holds her when she cries, offering words of comfort and reassurance. But even his love, as deep and unwavering as it is, can't fully penetrate the wall of her depression. Anna yearns for connection, for someone to understand the depths of her despair, but words fail her. How do you explain the feeling of being trapped inside your own mind, a prisoner of your own thoughts? How do you articulate the overwhelming exhaustion that comes with simply existing? So she remains silent, her heart heavy with the unspoken words, the unshared burden. As Anna lies in bed, the day finally coming to an end, she allows herself a moment of fragile hope. It's been a hard day, a day filled with struggles and setbacks, but she got through it. She's still here, still fighting, still clinging to the belief that things can get better. It's a small victory, but a victory nonetheless. The darkness is still there, lurking in the shadows, but it no longer feels all-consuming. There's a glimmer of light now, faint but persistent, and she knows that as long as she keeps fighting, keeps reaching for that light, she has a chance. The journey is far from over, but for tonight she allows herself a moment of peace, a moment to breathe, a moment to simply be,